Tonight on Golf Central, Solheim Cup Week is here, and a main character from the 2015 edition is already making headlines this time around. Find out why Suzanne Pedersen didn't take a full swing today.
As for Team USA, we'll tell you who's practiced together today and which players will make the best partners for superstars Lexi Thompson and Michelle Wie.
Plus, all eyes are on the number 125 on the PGA Tour. We go 3 on the tee in the Wyndham Championship to give you 3 guys we like to play their way into the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's all ahead right now on Golf Central.
Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Tiger's someone I've looked up to my entire life and someone I've wanted to model my golf game after, and he's been such a help and mentor and role model for me that it's just kind of been, it's really cool to get to enjoy these moments with him now.
The celebration continuing for PGA champion Justin Thomas. Coming up, Thomas tells us what he learned during dinner with 14-time major champion Tiger Woods, and it was quite the guest list last night at the Woods. Welcome into Golf Central. I'm George Savarickas. We start this evening with the Solheim Cup showdown that is now just days away. Let's start our coverage from Des Moines, Iowa, with Lisa Cornwell, who's covering this week's event. She's with 2015 European team captain for the Solheim Cup, Karin Koch. Lisa, take it away.
George, we're all fired up. I'm excited to be here because I remember exactly where I was watching Karin lead the Europeans in 2015. You've been a part of 6 Ryder Cups, 4 times as a player, once as a captain, once as a vice captain. So we're kind of getting the week going. We are, the players and leaders have been here for a couple days. What's it like on a Tuesday? Sort of give us what they're going through, what decisions are being made.
Well, on a Tuesday, you're getting ready, as a team. You're getting to know each other, especially the European team. Some of the players might not have even played together before. So you're getting ready, you're getting to know the golf course, and you're really just relaxed and enjoying it, and it's not really serious yet. As a captain, you're looking at the players, trying to see who's playing well, trying to see who should play together, and just really getting the team together. And for me, one of the most important things was to make, the number 1 player and the number 12 player feel as much part of the team as, so they feel the same.
You say relax and enjoy it. How relaxed really can you even be on a Tuesday?
Well, as a player, I think you're quite relaxed because you're just out here checking the golf course out. As a captain, there's a lot going on. You're trying to figure out, who should play together in the first 2 days, which is really a puzzle as a captain to get all those teams together and getting everyone geared up, to you have to play everybody once before the singles, which is different than the Ryder Cup. So it's really a puzzle to get all of that together. So as a captain, you're working quite hard.
Even though it's a relaxed day for the players, there has been a lot going on. We're going to get some of your insight in just a minute on both of these teams. Right now, let's send it down to Chantel McCabe and start with the European side.
Yeah, that's right, Lisa. It's the start of the week for the Solheim Cup, and you'd think everybody would be fired up, but for Team Europe, there's already a little bit of adversity. Some unusual things were happening on the course during the practice round today. Suzanne Pedersen, a very valuable and experienced player and a big part of this team, did not make a single full swing. She was only seen putting and not even out there for all of the holes with her group. In Suzanne's group was Katrina Matthew, who's an assistant captain. She almost made this team on points, and she also has a ton of Solheim Cup experience. She treated today as if it were a full practice. Now, another interesting observation is Karini Shea was not walking the course. Instead, she was being carted around. Her caddy only had her wedge and her putter. That's what she was working on today, focusing on the greens. But when I talked to the captain and the players for Team Europe, they say as of Tuesday afternoon, there are no changes to the roster.
She's kind of dealing with a little bit of a sore back, so she wants to just take it easy and just rather be safe than sorry. So, but she still wanted to see the course. She still wants to be out there with the team. So we said, well, whatever you need to do. I think it's documented that Suzanne has had some injuries in the past, and unfortunately something just kind of flared up a few days ago. And but luckily we have some great physios here, and Suzanne has an amazing spirit and fighting spirit that you need. So we're just taking it day by day. We're just, like I said, it's just more precautionary than anything, and we kind of go from there.
How about Karini Shea? It seems a similar situation with her, that she was taking it easy. What's happening with her?
Nothing that I'm aware of. No, she actually played yesterday. So she's already seen the front nine. She played the back nine today, and she just wanted to work on, kind of the green areas. That's really where this course is, where things will kind of be decided. So it's just different players prepare differently. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we're going to have a fully fit team. There are a couple of injuries, but nothing, I don't think, to stop them from playing, if that makes sense.
How comfortable would you feel with an assistant captain subbing in for somebody?
Are you talking about Beanie? Katrina?
Yes.
Is that who you're talking about? Okay. Listen, Katrina's a fantastic player, and, I think, to be honest, she was close to even getting in the team. So if worst comes to the worst and the last resort that Beanie has to step in, no, that's not a problem for us. She's one of our experienced players, and, she's a great player, and, she's an integral part of the team already. So if she needed to step in, I don't think any player would have any problem with that.
Now, in the event that Katrina Matthew would have to play, this Team Europe has a lot of rookies on the team, but she would come in with a lot of experience. 47 years old, she'd played for Team Europe 8 times in the Solheim Cup, and she's still an active player. In fact, she played just a couple weeks ago in the Women's British Open. Lisa?
Yeah, Chantel, very active, very successful player, and she's one of those players out there, being Katrina Matthew, where age really doesn't have a number with her. But look, it wouldn't be a loss just for Annika. You've captained Suzanne, you know about her game, you know her record in this Solheim Cup, which is absolutely incredible. How big of a loss would that be? How concerned is Annika right now?
Well, she'd be pretty concerned if this injury is something to be concerned about. It's and it seems like it might be if Katrina's out there practicing. Yeah, losing Suzanne, I mean, she's the #1 player, and she's got so much experience for the team, and obviously even if that would happen, she'd still be there for the team all week. She'd be part of the team even if she couldn't hit the shots.
What will the decision process, you think, be? I mean, certainly it's something they could be talking about right now, but she's going to play this out as long as possible, wouldn't you think, being Annika?
Oh, definitely. As a captain, if the lineup changes, it's going to change everything for her. She's worked on those teams who's playing together for months, and Suzanne's always been on the team, so she'll have a plan exactly for, especially knowing Annika too, with her analytical side. She'll know exactly where she wants Suzanne and who she's playing with, and this would change everything. All of a sudden you can't just put Katrina or whoever would substitute any player. You can't just throw them in and substitute. It changes everything. So it's a lot of extra work for a captain, for sure.
Knowing Annika, though, she kind of thrives on that. She probably has charts and graphs ready to go for the backup player if it happens.
She would.
On the other side, while Annika's dealing with some possible injury this week, Julie Inkster had to deal with it the week prior, replacing Jessica Korda with Paula Creamer. Let's check in with Chantel once again and switch the focus to the American side.
That's right, Lisa. Team USA, as you mentioned, they already had their wave of injury news, and hopefully that's over with. You mentioned that Jessica Korda withdrew last week because of a forearm injury that had been bothering her the last month. In her place as the first alternate was Paula Creamer, who played on 7 straight Team USA groups in the Solheim Cup. So she comes in excited, fired up, but this past week has been filled with a roller coaster of emotion, and she talked about that today.
I'm here, and we're all 12 members of the team. It doesn't matter where you stand, how you got here, any of that. You're just a member of the team. So after everything kind of got announced, I put my big girl pants on and was like, all right, let's go do this. And I'm glad to be here. My team has all said the same to me, which means a lot because they obviously had a big choice of who their alternate was when they knew somebody was hurt.
It doesn't matter how you make the team. You're on the team now, and Paula's got nothing to prove. She won the anchor match in the last Solheim Cup, and nobody believes in her more than this team. And we're all one unit now.
I know what I'm getting with Paula. I just felt like if I asked her to do it, she would do it. It's not the best situation to be in because I had to tell her I didn't pick her, and I let her yell at me for a little bit. And then I told her, but would you? And, she said yes. But, I just felt like she would be the one to come in, and she's used to kind of being under the microscope and under the pressure, and I just thought she could be able to handle it.
Now, one more note on Team USA. Lexi Thompson has had a sore throat the last few days. She was out practicing with the team today and is expected to practice with them at 8 a.m. tomorrow. But Captain Julie Inkster says that she is a little bit worried about Lexi and hopes and prays that she gets 100% come Friday. But there are a lot of storylines out here already. Tuesday of the Solheim Cup. We'll send it back to George.
Alrighty, thank you, Chantel. Joined by Amanda Blumenhurst, who played on a couple U.S. Junior Solheim Cup teams, 2 U.S. Curtis Cup teams, our 3-part series that we've had going on this week on the Solheim Cup. Last night we talked about the Europeans. Tonight it's Team USA, so a fitting segue from Chantel with Lexi Thompson. She kind of updated people on the little illness she's dealing with, assuming all signs point to her playing in the Solheim Cup. What would be the best pair, Lexi and who?
Christy Kerr. For sure. Lexi is playing phenomenal golf right now. She's ranked 2 in Rolex rankings, definitely the highest on the U.S. team. She has had 8 top 5s that include a win and 5 second places. The place where she struggles a little bit right now is her putting, and guess who does not struggle in putting is Christy Kerr. They are a great team. Lexi Thompson has made 4 points for Team USA in her 2 appearances, and 2.5 of those points were actually with Christy Kerr as her partner. So they've been partnered together, and they have been partnered very well together. More than half of Lexi's points coming from being paired with Christy, so I love that matchup.
Okay, assuming they're together, Michelle Wee's playing in her 5th Solheim Cup team. She's been with Christy at times in the past. So what would the partnership be for Michelle Wee?
I love her with Danielle Kang. Besides the fact that they are best buddies.
Inseparable.
Inseparable.
Yeah.
They have a blog together. They have a secret, not so secret handshake now together after KPMG caught it on camera. But they go on trips together. And so they have that camaraderie. And then they also are playing great golf. Michelle is playing some of the best golf she's played in years. Last year, she had to get a sponsor invite for one of the first tournaments. This year, she was ranked 105th in the money list. Now she's ranked 17th. She is playing such great golf, 7 top 10s. The last 6 tournaments, she's had 4 top 4s.
Wow.
So she's playing so well, 3rd at the British Open. So coming into the Solheim Cup, one of the U.S. team's best players. And Danielle Kang has actually struggled a little bit. She's missed the cut in the last 2 tournaments, the British Open and the U.S. Open. So after her win, she struggled a little, but I love them paired together because they can feed off each other. They know each other so well, and they've had a very good year, and Michelle's experience is really going to help Danielle bring the most of her game because she is such a great player. And even though she struggled a little bit, I see them working very, very well together.
It seems like they would put each other at ease on the course, and as fans, who wouldn't want to see their
I want to see the handshake. Absolutely.
We just want to see a couple of those. All right, tomorrow, Golf Central Solheim Cup coverage continues at 3 Eastern, a special news conference show featuring European captain Annika Sorenstam and U.S. star Michelle Wee. Then at 6, from tears of sadness to tears of joy, we give you an in-depth look at the closest competition in Solheim Cup history. And on Golf Central, it's the last regular season stop and last chance for guys to crack the FedEx Cup Top 125. We're looking at our 3 biggest names who are on the outside and need a big week in Greensboro to play their way in. Plus, what did PGA champ Justin Thomas talk about at dinner with Tiger Woods on Monday night? Always helps when you're at the owner's table. We'll have more. And has JT now passed his buddy Ricky on the course? Alternate shot debates.
Golf Central is brought to you by the Volkey Design SM6 wedges, progressive design, precision performance. Grip Confidence, Grip Golf Pride.